because if it did, it'd make item gathering so much easier. And this is a force of habit right here. I usually check what sort of items I can get almost before every quest. And sometimes it irritates even me. And right now it's time to take on the Velocidrome, the pack leader of the Velociprey. Oh, and if you ever find yourself short on flash bombs, this is a great quest to stock up on them, because you get 4 flash bombs per quest. And some people think that flash bombs are kind of the cheater's way of finishing quests. Hey, if they're available to you, use them. Otherwise, just shut up. And the Velocidrome, the start of this quest, is in Area 10, so I'm just taking a shortcut through Area 8. He actually looks kind of threatening, but he really is not at all. In fact, he's kind of dopey, especially when he's stunned. And here's my mistake in this part. What I should have done was wait for the Velociprey to come out and all notice me, and then throw the flash bomb, because then they would all be stunned and I wouldn't be caught in this clusterfuck. Here's one of the things that kind of dilutes the Velocidrome's ferocity, is he will just stand there like an idiot and just look around like he's forgotten that he's there. See? Right there. It's always good for free hits, though, isn't it? Almost every blow, too, with a greatsword, it stuns him, which is very helpful if you want to combo lock him. Gives you a good feeling when you hit a Velociprey in midair, send him flying. Or if it's a killing hit, cuts him in half. Also funnier than hell, too. Now, when you're fighting any sort of monster hunt, and you notice that your weapon has degraded sharpness, I wouldn't be too concerned about sharpening it right away. Only when your weapon begins bouncing off the target is when you should think about sharpening it again. And I'm a man of extreme pettiness. kill like that only proves it. Also, especially since if you're new at hunting, what you want to do is gather some items if you can. The more items, the better. This isn't like Portable Third where you can practically hoard everything. With the older versions of Monster Hunter, the game itself is pretty unforgiving. So any edge that you can find, it's worth taking. Which is another reason why I promote the use of flash bombs. You've probably noticed by now that I have shaved off some of the time between the start and the ends of each hunt because it's just too damn long, and I know none of you watching would watch a loading screen for like 30 or so seconds. Now I'm gonna check all the level 2 hunt list, and a lot of these ones I recognize, like the Furball Arena. That one was really fun. I don't quite remember crystal hunting. Now I checked the requester on this particular hunt because sometimes you can get a hint on what's in the area before you start the hunt. And I was checking to see if any wyverns were sighted. And I was an idiot to think that there weren't. Because I do run into a wyvern here. Now we're back in the forests and hills. Going through here, it is really tempting to take on those herbivores and just kill them without hesitation. But no, it's work as always. When I first did this hunt using my other character, I noticed that there was way too many white velociprates on this hunt, and I was expecting several normal ones. I'm not sure if the game was just messing with me or what. Well, this one was kind of interesting. I knew I didn't kill them there because he would have been cut in half, so I'm thinking maybe 2 strikes. No. I'm beginning to think that he was immortal, but no. 3 times the charm. And I can see through the corner of the screen there that we got a wyvern coming in. Now, I can never pronounce this wyvern's name, so I just call him the rubber chicken. And I don't know what the developers were thinking it was a good idea to place a rubber chicken this early and in this particular map, but they seem to be some sadistic bastards. But this can also be my advantage too, because this guy can run around and he can injure the other Velociraptor, making this sort of fun and sort of easier. I couldn't help but laugh when I knocked that Velociraptor in the air and he just got hit by that spit of sheer poison. Now my work is done, and it's time to abandon threat. I keep forgetting that my stamina is way too low to be running like a retard. As soon as I heard that music, I began thinking, is this guy stalking me? Now, to just finish up this part of the hunt. These guys are relatively easy, and I'm getting the hang of the PSP controllers again. Now I actually look kind of competent, as opposed to before when I was just swinging the sword around like a... Just kill this last Velociraptor. Now, when I was digging through here, I was hoping to get an unknown skull, but it turns out I get something better. And not just one. So it goes to show it's worth looking around, because you might get an item that you could potentially need. Well, not that I'm going to use Kutku scales, because honestly I hate the color pink. And that brings me to a little anecdote. The original Monster Hunter for the PS2 was played by both myself and my younger brother. And my little brother was famous for his Kutku genocide. He had literally killed hundreds, and he had enough materials to probably make, I don't know, 8 entire sets of armor.